It seems to me like Dokkan heard all the crying, the complaining, and the general assault that came out this past year in regards to some lackluster EZAs. Honestly, off the top of my head, the only EZA I can think of that was really trash was the TUR Int Goku Black, but the LR kind of made up for that. Honestly, this celebration has had no misses. I mean, not a single unit that has had an EZA is not at the very least usable. I mean, usable would actually be an understatement. These EZAs are actually amazing. I would say, looking at this team, I'd say the weakest link would be this Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Vegeta, just because they need to get multiple supers before they can actually build up their defense. And slot 1, they're pretty much cooked on, entry. And even this Jiren, who technically doesn't have damage reduction, which basically means you're irrelevant in the game, is not too bad because he does block, he does have decent defense, he does massively raise defense on Super, which is pretty darn good, and at the same time, on 24 key, he makes the enemy skip and attack and from fear. So he's actually pretty darn good, but for me personally, right, the two big EZAs, other than the AGL Goku and the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which everyone knows are amazing, their EZAs from the 6th anniversary basically reawakened them, made them not trash. So far, I'd say, in terms of Dokkan EZAs, every anniversary unit, once they got an EZA, has been really, really good. I can't say that, any one unit that got an EZA, and eventually, I mean, if we're talking about super EZAs, the anniversary unit of STR Gogeta eventually is going to get an SEZA, and I wonder if that will be overhyped and overpowered just because of the fact that Gogeta was the original amazing card and first anniversary unit. But either way, the units that blew me away was 17 and, well, technically 217 units. Golden Frieza 17 and then 17 with the squad. Bro, absolutely killer. This right here, this 17 and Golden Frieza are amazing. On every super attack, they get a little bit of attack and defense, they get a little bit of damage reduction, and on the super itself, it actually raises their attack and defense as well, and they actually do have a pretty good chance to get additionals. I'd say, on average, they get at least 2 supers. If you get lucky, you might get 3 or 4, but they are just so much better than what they once were, and I think that, again, I said this in the last video, like, the thing that gets me about EZAs is the fact that it makes ass units usable, and it finally answers the question of what if, because I've used these units before, and they were trash, bro. When I say they were trash, they were absolutely trash. Like, I wanted to make that Golden Frieza and that 17 work, because technically, if you just keep using them on, like, turn 4 or 5 before their EZA, they're okay. Like, they can tank a normal, you know what I mean? They're okay. But 4 or 5 turns is a lifetime in this game now. Like, it used to be the case when you did the Legendary Goku event. 5 turns was your build-up phase. You try to get your defense up. You try to get your attack up. Now, 5 turns, you're 3/4 of the way through. You're pretty much done. You're pretty much at the end of the event, as opposed to being at the beginning phase of your build-up. So I think units that, unfortunately basically take more than 3 turns to be useful, and 3 is kind of pushing it, to be honest with you. I mean, 2 turns, you feel it. 2 turns is where you go, damn, I gotta wait 2 turns before this guy becomes usable? He's terrible, he's trash, he's mid. And I'll be honest with you, I love this UI Goku, but I still, to this day, have panic attacks and do not trust him when it comes to dodging. And you'll see later on in this video, I actually make the decision to not use him as the main, like, damage taker. And I think it might have saved this run. I'm going to be honest with you, because bro almost sold. Bro almost turned into a door-to-door salesman and just went ahead and let everybody walk through. But these EZAs are fire, and I think that one thing that's really good is that, as a new player, I think that, when you play this game, you see characters like Beast Gohan, which, in my opinion, Beast Gohan is the most overpowered character since STR Gogeta. Like, he's ridiculously overpowered, but like, if you don't have Beast Gohan, you can still do all these events for the most part. I mean, these EZAs are amazing, dude. Like, these EZAs really are, like, rival the new units. I like these units, honestly. I like the AGL Goku and the Int Vegeta more than Phi Gogeta. Phi Gogeta, for me, I don't know. To me, Phi Gogeta is very good, and he's very useful. He has an amazing leader skill. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like his 18 key super. His 18 key super does not look cool. And me personally, for years, I would hate that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the tech one that first came out to be released. I hated his super attack, so I never used him as much. And I have a feeling that's going to happen to 5 Gogeta. The moment 5 Gogeta stops being useful, bro is going to get rotated out just because of the fact that his 18 key super does not look as cool as Broly's. Nor does his transformation look as cool as Broly's, in my opinion. And I feel like his ability is just like a watered-down version of Beast Gohan. But, you know, this is what you say. This is the type of things you get off. These are the type of things you could say where you could say a 9th anniversary Gogeta is mid because I'm so spoiled. I'm so privileged. I have so much going on that I can actually, with a straight face, say, you know what? Don't even need, bro. And honestly, like, the Realm of Gods team is absolutely fire. As you can see, this is kind of like a representatives of Universe 7, aka Universe Survival Saga, because we do have the Jiren here. And I think for the most part, this team is ridiculous. Like, this is, honestly, this team could actually get a little bit upgraded if I think of someone who's a representative of Universe 7 to throw in here, because that would buff the 17. 17 gets a buff per Universe 7 unit that's on the team. And it doesn't really look like he needs it, because believe it or not, he has DR based off of each person there, and he also has chance to crit as well. And I feel like every super that bro did, it was a crit because of the fact that there were so many representative Universe 7 on the team, which is fire. I'm not gonna lie, like this is the thing that blows my mind, is seeing units like this, like, not suck is amazing. Like, seeing them get that redemption arc is amazing. Like, I wonder if, you know, this is kind of pushing it now, I wonder if in the future we'll see a LR Tech Super 17 have his moment for redemption. I wonder. I asked the question. I asked the crazy questions here. Because honestly, there's some characters that never really had their day. I'm still waiting on Tech Broly. LR Tech Broly for me is like the big character that I think really, really needs an EZA, and it really needs to be overpowered. Because I got him late in the game, and I really would like to use him. And I think that's one thing that's very, like, important is, like, I want to use them. I want to use this Golden Frieza and the 17. Not only are they badass, but they're usable. You need to have them usable, otherwise no one's going to use them. Thus, then, they become fodder that just sits in your box. But, with all that being said, you know, we got some of the game meta in. We talked about the game. Wow! Look at the animations. The animations are beautiful. Wow, look at the animations. They're great. Now it's time for me to say what I really want to say. It's time for me to yap like I've never yapped before in my life, because this is why I originally made Dokkan videos, so just to sit here and yap and yap and yap. And let me just say, today was a beautiful day, absolutely amazing, almost, believe it or not, better than that, better than a double-digit tank from the Golden Frieza in 17. Today was a beautiful day. All week it's been raining. I live on the East Coast. So for the past week, it's literally been rain nonstop. I actually rode my bike in the rain because I was just indoors all week and it was just raining every day. And I was so depressed, and I was like, dude, like, I want to go out, I want to ride my bike. Like, I don't want to not ride my bike and get bored of it. Like, I don't know. So far, every time I ride my bike, it's like the first time I rode it, in the sense that I'm not bored of it. And I usually try to ride my bike where I'm not in a rush. Because if I'm, like, going to go somewhere and visit someone at, say, like 6 p.m. and I go out on my bike at 4, then I'm like, okay, I only have 2 hours to ride my bike, which sounds like a lot. But, you know, when you're on your bike, you know, you get to go around, see the world in a different view. You know, I'll get something to eat, use my bike, get something to drink, use my bike. Today, I actually did a pro gamer move. I was pretty exhausted. I don't know. Lately, I've been trying to basically really reduce my calories, because last month in July, I hit up a lot of barbecues. Your boy was eating a little too good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't gain weight. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I gained weight, but I basically lost 1 pound in the month of July. Maybe 2 if we're really stretching it, but official weigh-in was 1 pound. And that's terrible, because I did a lot of work last month. I went to the gym 12 times. I go 3 times a week. We ain't going to the gym 3 times a week to lose 1 pound? Only 1 pound? Bro, we gotta lock in. We gotta be in a calorie deficit, because last month the goal was basically to stay below 2,200 calories. It still is that goal, but you know, there was a lot of days where I was hitting the 3,000s. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, at the end of the day, I think we ended off at the month where not necessarily, like, I didn't eat enough to gain weight, but the fact that I only lost a pound basically means that, like, my exercise was really pushing weight, and I really was not eating as little as I should have been. So for the past, let's see, 6 or 7 days, I've been trying to keep the calorie count below 2,000. Just so, like, you know, if I really was dying of starvation, you know, there's that extra 200. It's technically 200, and I think 260, something like that. Just something to be in a calorie deficit. Technically, like, if I were to, you know, exercise more, which honestly, like, exercise is only like one equation when it comes to weight loss, especially when you're on a cut. I say cut because mentally it makes me feel better. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been on a bulk for about, I think 28 years, where I've been Jabba the Hutt. And for me, it feels a lot better to say that I'm on a cut right now than to be like, oh, I'm actually trying to lose weight. Like, I don't, you know, it just, being in that mental space of, like, I'm doing things to, basically, I want to be leaner in order to not have to, you know, move a howitzer tank every time I'm trying to go on my bike or do calisthenics. And I think that seeing all these positives are actually bigger. Like, instead of saying I want to lose weight, I want to gain the ability of being leaner in order to have more stamina, have more endurance. Right now my endurance is actually pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to sound like a low IQ statement, but I'll say it. I didn't really realize how much you change by exercising a lot. So my endurance is ridiculous. Like, I literally have ridden my bike for like 20 miles in a day, and that's been over like a 3-4 hour period. And you know, that's obviously that 20 miles. Usually I do 10 miles like the most I ever did consecutively, I think, was like 16 miles without taking a break whatsoever. But for 20 miles, it's like 10 miles, you know, maybe 5 miles go here, 5 miles go there. For me today, I went to the gym. It took me 9 miles to get to the gym because I wanted to go long. It was nice today, dude. The weather was beautiful. It was raining all week. It was humid before it rained. Now that it rained, the humidity's gone. The sun was out. Sun was shining. Birds were chirping. Everybody was happy, including myself. And I made sure I planned out this Saturday. Like, I was more strict with planning out my Saturday than a Jewish person that is observing the Sabbath. Like, I literally was like, I am not letting anything ruin this good weather day, because it's literally been nothing but rain. I went out to the gym Thursday and I actually took my bike, and I think I actually rode more than I did. I actually rode more than I did when it was raining than it did the good weather, which is probably why today, like, I think I went for 15 miles, whereas Thursday when it was raining, I went for, I believe, I want to say 17 miles. So it's not necessarily a huge difference, but on the way back from the gym, I did take a shorter path because I was trying to go to the store after. That's one thing. Like, I left my house today at like 4 p.m. I went to the store, I bought something, came back home. I ate lunch. After eating lunch, I was basically fighting demons because I was really lazy and didn't want to move. But once I got outside, I got on that bike. Oh boy! Oh, I was a happy camper. Oh man! Oh boy, was I happy! I basically went to the gym, which was 9 miles. I took the long route, and then at the gym, y'all listen, bro, listen. Continuous improvement. Like I said, I didn't know how much exercise actually changes where you actually have endurance. Now, I didn't know my heart would actually become healthy. I thought it was just a meme. I thought it was just people go to the gym a lot because they want to take Instagram videos and Instagram selfies. I didn't know there was a positive to this degree. So today I did 9 miles going to the gym. When I went to the gym, I honestly, I've been improving at the gym. I've been very happy with what I've been doing. I think I've been very strict on form, and because of that, I have actually dropped, for upper body day, I've dropped barbell rows. The reason why I dropped barbell rows is because my core sucks. I don't know. I guess I need to introduce a day, or I need to introduce some type of exercise to work on my core, because with barbell rows, I just cannot do it. Like, I was able to get up to like 40 pounds with the barbell rows, but at 50, it just is too much. Like, if I bend over, and I'm fighting to keep my back straight, because with barbell rows, unless you're doing it with a machine, if you're doing it with an actual bar, you literally have to have perfect form or you're not going to even do anything to your back. You're just going to end up doing like a modified chest exercise, which is usually not what you want. The whole point of a barbell row is that you get that compound movement between your legs, a bit of your torso, but mostly your back. The whole point is to do your back. And it was just getting too hard. I was thinking of getting like a weightlifting belt, but I did. Literally everything I looked online was just sold out, and I was like, all right, this is a sign from God to just give it up. And I might go back to barbell row, but one thing that I started doing that I think I don't know if I should have done this earlier. I just thought it was such a basic exercise. I didn't think to really focus on it, which is bench pressing. But I literally never do bench pressing. That's the same thing with my core. I do nothing for my core. Literally nothing. Like, I can't even think of anything that even engages my core other than deadlifts maybe, but that's not even really a core exercise. So I drop bent over row. I just do a bench press now, which I think is a little redundant because I do a bench press followed by chest presses on the machine. But I honestly like it. I feel like it's pretty good. I started doing warm-ups, the actual warm-up sets, because before I would just go to the gym, I would do 3 sets of each exercise. But one of my friends basically said, you need to do a warm-up, what's wrong with you? So I was like, all right, I'll take your word for it. So I started doing warm-ups with a little bit lower weight. So if I was bench pressing, like, throw out a number, say if my usual bench press is 50, I'll do a warm-up set of like 25, 30, whatever the case may be. And then from there, take it from there. But the thing is, the one thing that I hate to a degree about the gym is that I feel like because summer is here, I really just want to ride my bike all day. Like, I really have to fight just being a cardiophile and basically go to the gym, because before, like during winter, like I bought my new bike in April, right? I had like kind of like a Walmart bike before this. I actually sold that Walmart bike on a Facebook Marketplace, which is crazy because it kind of shows how prices went up, because I bought that bike for $150 in 2019, and that bike is now being sold for $190, $200 at Walmart because of the price of materials went up, I guess. And I sold it to some dude for $100, which is pretty good. I mean, I was just trying to get rid of it, honestly. So getting $100 out of that was pretty good. But my new bike, the bike that I love and I can't get enough of, basically is amazing. And it's been a real struggle to not just ride my bike all day, especially on leg day, because like once I go out, usually I do upper body, lower body, upper body. So during a 7-day window at any given time, I'm doing upper body twice. This week I did upper body on Tuesday and Saturday, and lower body was on Wednesday, right? Or Thursday. Next week, upper body is going to be in the middle of the week, lower body is going to be at the beginning and at the end. And the reason why I mention that is because whenever I do lower body, obviously after that, I really can't ride my bike as much. I do, but it's not as enjoyable. That's a big thing for me, is that the enjoyment factor. Like, that's one thing that I think is very hard when you're out of shape, is that the exercise is just exercise. It's not fun. So like if I go and ride my bike and I'm getting the cardio gains, like cardio gains are very easy to get in my opinion, because you don't necessarily have to have like muscle strain. You just ride your bike. You just keep doing repetitive motion and you're gonna get the cardio gains. But for like strength training, like it's good and bad thing where, you know, you need to be sore in order. If you're not sore, basically there's nothing happening. But with the bike, like once I'm done with leg day, after I do deadlifts, after I do squats, after I do leg compressions and leg extensions, my legs are cooked. So after that, I could get maybe 6 miles out of me. Maybe more, because sometimes after the gym, you have a bit of like extra energy, a bit euphoric. But even that's kind of pushing it. And for the most part, I think that, you know, like I see it as a negative. Like whenever my legs are sore and I'm biking, I'm like, damn, like I would rather just be riding my bike right now, just without a care in the world, just going around town, as opposed to actually worrying about the amazing leg gains I'm making. But it's kind of a double-edged sword because I wouldn't be as good as I am right now biking from the winter break from last year, because I started doing lower body. As amateur as it sounds, during COVID, well, during COVID, I didn't go to the gym, and neither did anyone else, really. But at home, I would basically do upper body mostly, and then for lower body, I would just do, like, it wasn't as consistent. I would do it for, like, maybe, I think I did it for, like, 3 months consistently, stopped, and then, you know, another 3 months went by, and then I did it consistently for 3 months, but I never did it week in, week out, never missing it, where I did a leg day, a back day, a chest day, and then I think just a general, like, whatever day. I don't even remember. But once I started going to the gym from December 2022, I basically just did everything in the same day. So what I would do is that I would go to the gym, and I would do upper body and lower body in the same day. And the way that I would do lower body was kind of lazy. Like, I would do upper body, I would do, like, bent over rows. I would do chest machine, the pushing of the chest machine. And then I don't remember what I would do after that. Oh, yeah, I would do leg extensions, leg curls, and then I'd finish with biceps. Just bicep curls, which was okay. But I would go to the gym twice a week because I'm doing everything. Like, it's pretty dumb. Like, I should have just done an upper body day and a lower body day. But I think that what's very important about, like, going to the gym and getting, like, healthier in general is, like, I think you should take the lazy route first. Like, this is probably terrible advice, but I did it, where I went to the gym from December of 2022 till now, and when I went December 22, for that first year, it was just twice a week, upper body and lower body. By the way, this is the moment where I do not trust UI Goku, and I put Vegeta slot 1, and I believe I made the right decision. Anyway, I went there twice a week, and then also I didn't start dieting until, like, literally 6 months into exercising. And I think that was important because at the time I was basically like, I need to go to the gym. I need to start getting on this, you know, getting back on the wagon, whatever you want to call it. And I think that mentally, as a fat individual, I think you usually look for things as excuses, double digits or triple digits right there. You look for excuses to get out of it, like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because I'm going to be tired, or, oh, it's going to be this much of a time commitment. That's one thing that I had to stop doing, is saying that it's in 1 hour, it's going to be gone. You know what I mean? Like, 1 hour, 2 hours at the gym is gone. I'm not going to have that time anymore. And it's like, when I play video games, do I think of how much time is spent? No. When I'm doing things that I enjoy, do I think about how much time is spent? No. When I'm at the buffet eating like a ravenous pig, do I think how much time is spent there? No. Why am I now thinking about how much time commitment there is for going to the gym, a positive thing? So I had to get out of that mindset and basically just go to the gym. Eventually, you know, when you go to the gym long enough, you even feel, and you can even tell, like, certain things that you eat, like, are not good. Like, you eat fried food and things like that before you go to the gym. It literally is empty calories. Like, you feel like you're lifting as if you didn't eat anything because there's no nutrient value. Whereas if you eat a steak, if you eat, like, potatoes, if you eat something that has nutrients in it, you're going to feel a lot more energy, you're going to feel a lot better. And in general, you start to have a different shit. Look at this, bro. Look at this guy almost selling, bro. How did UI Goku get hit twice, bro? What are you, a salesman? So for me, I started off real slow. I went to the gym twice a week, Jesus. And then eventually, December of 2023, I decided to do upper body day and lower body day, which was a really good thing. And that lower body day helped me a lot with biking. Like, I remember last year, I would ride my bike, and my quads would be okay, because I did work my quads. I was doing the lower body leg extensions and leg curls, but my butt would be killing me. My gluteus maximus was not maximizing. So by doing a lower body day where I'm doing squats, deadlifts, the deadlifts and the squats are huge for hamstring, as well as for your quads, as well as for your glutes is more like squats. But definitely doing deadlifts and squats has been huge, and I should have done it earlier, and I'm happy that I'm still doing it. And I think that for lower body day in general, it just makes sense. Like, it just makes more sense. I think definitely as I progress here, I definitely need to look for opportunities for back. I need to look for opportunities for core, just to find a certain exercise. I think for back, I'm going to end up using the cable flies to do something, even if it's lat pull down, something. And then for The core, I don't know, honestly. I have no idea what to do for core. I heard kettlebell deadlifts or kettlebell squats are pretty good. I might look into that. That might be something to do. But that's the thing, bro. You got to take it one step at a time, because I'll be honest with you. If at this point in time, if I didn't know the gains, the benefits of these gains, I would have dropped leg day. Leg day would be replaced with bike all day, because it's like, yo, I don't want my legs to be hurting while I'm biking around. I'd rather just, ride my bike. But I now know. I'm now a semi-amateur veteran to the point in time where I know that there are benefits to these things, and I shouldn't just skip out on them. So, as you can see, much like these EZAs, how they revitalize these characters and rebirth them, I too, going to the gym, eating a little bit better. I mean, honestly, my diet it's literally just counting calories, and there's not really much rhyme or reason to it other than counting calories. But I've now been reborn into someone who is a fat, healthy person, meaning that I am Jabba the Hutt still, but I am redeeming myself. I'm trying to redeem myself. I'm in the process of redemption. While these characters have EZA'd and have become anew, I too will one day be better than UI Goku, because bro is a salesman, honestly. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, you break it down, give him an EZA, do whatever you want. He's still going door to door asking people to buy things.